students of year 8, and today's lesson is about loudness and decibel scale. It's lesson 5.3 and it's talking about the scale of the loud of a sound. Okay, so how can I explain the loudness and the level of the sound? How can? First of all, let's start with the first sentence. What is noise? How we define noise? So I'm asking you, what is noise and how we define noise? So noise is, for example, when there is a lot of sound you like, some sound you like and some sound you will not like. So there is a lot of sound you like, such as music, sound of our family or friends. Sounds that we do not want to hear, any sound that you do not want to hear are called noise. If someone is playing, for example, playing tennis, okay, this sound of the tennis to him is not a noise, but to you, when you are reading a book, it's a kind of noise. So sound that we do not want to hear are called noise. Now, the sound level. So the level of the sound, we can measure it by decibel scale, dB. So what's the unit or the sound level? The unit of the sound level is decibel scale. So the intensity of a sound is measured with a sound level meter on a scale called the decibel scale. So we have an instrument called sound level meter. So this instrument used to measure the intensity of the sound or the level of the sound, okay, and with a scale called the decibel scale, which is the unit of the sound level. A sound with high intensity will sound louder. So if I give you 14 decibel and 80 decibel, which one is higher? Of course, 80 is higher, so this sound has a higher intensity than the other. So the decibel scale is not like a ruler. The increase of 10 decibel intensity, the increase of 10 decibel increase the intensity 10 times. So if I increase the intensity by 10 decibel scale, it means that I multiplied the sound level by 10. So the sound level increased times 10. Okay, not plus 10, times 10, which is louder by times 10. For example, a 50 decibel sound is 100 times as intensity as a 30 decibel sound. So if I give you 20 decibel, okay, and I give you for example 50, and I tell you 50 is louder by how much than 20, 30 or 20. I give you the example 20, right? Okay, so between 20 and 50 there is 30 decibel, and each 10 is multiplied by 10, so 10 times 10 times 10, which is equal to 1000. So in every 10 decibel scale there is times 10. That's why between 50 and 30 there is 20. So 10 and 10 times 10 is 100 times. Okay, so loudness and hearing. Loud sounds can damage your hearing. The risk depends not only on the number of decibel, but also on the length of time you are exposed to the sound. So it's not only the high level of the sound, it's also the time you are listening the high level sound. So it depends on the time you spend on listening to that music or that something. When scientists talk about the risk of an activity, this considers the probability that something bad will happen and the consequence if some activities have very serious consequence, like an airplane crashing, but the probability of them happening is very low. So sometimes an activity is very dangerous to us, but the probability to that danger is very low. We often take risks when the consequences do not seem serious. Listening to music or going to concerts may not seem risky, but there is a probability that your hearing will be damaged by loud music. That probability gets bigger the longer you listen to the music. Now, reducing risk. This idea is very important. Some people have to hear loud noises because of their job. They need to shield their ear from loud sounds by wearing ear protection. Okay, some of the workers they wear. Sorry, yes. Some of the workers they wear ear protection because of the very loud sounds, or what we call noises. There are three main ways of reducing the risk from noise if you cannot change the sound level. If we can't change the sound level, we have three ways to protect our ear. By shielding, or what the meaning of shielding, it's putting something between the source of the sound and your ear, such as an ear defenders. Okay, there is small pieces. It's like the earphone, but it's not earphone. You will put it in your ear, inside your ear, so you will not hear a lot of noises. You can defend that noise. This is what we called shielding. Now, increase the distance or moving away from the source of the sound. Okay, you can move away from the source of the sound, and reducing the time you spend near the source of the sound, or the time that you spend near the source, you can reduce it by, for example, not spending a lot of time near it. Okay, that's my explanation of this lesson. It's a very small lesson and very easy. I want you to go to the summary question and solve it, please. I will post on the classroom page, classwork page. Okay, thank you.